Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. I know it'll take a minute or so in order for me to come on, but I just want to welcome you for just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Share a little something with you. I had planned on being on at 6:30 but lost track of time. Just trying to get some things done, trying to prepare for and finish out the calendars and events that'll be coming up, not only at the Union Church, but also when it comes down to the district and all of that good stuff. So we were just trying to get some stuff together, get some things straightened out, get some things rolling. But we did not want the evening to go by without us sharing a little something with you. And so, again, unannounced, here I am. Just wanted to say a little something. I'm waiting. Of course, you know how my page is. It takes forever. Darlene, Christine, Jaleesa, Michelle, good to see y'all this evening. I'm going to do this and see if I can get my page rolling. And then there we go. And once I do that, then I'll be in good shape and ready to roll. Okay. Give me just a second to make some adjustments. Minister Marcia, how are you? Carolyn, how are you doing? Darlene, wow, you just got it. That is absolutely amazing. Everybody that I've talked to, it's the post office is just like antiquatively slow. Absolutely unbelievable how much time it is taking for things to get through the mail. And for those that may not know, if you mail anything out of northeastern Ohio, it goes to Cleveland, and then from Cleveland it is distributed to wherever that needs to go. And Andre, how are you? Darlene Clark in the hospital fighting COVID. Okay, let me write this down. GE. Okay. Let me see here. I'll write down these requests. Find something here to put this on. And Sister Peterson. And Darnell. All right, Pat, good to see you this evening. Got you. Lisa, Carolyn Johnson, how are you this evening? I'm getting these written down. Ethel, how are you doing? Brittany, good to see you on this evening. And we are grateful to God for those of you who have come on to share. We're going to wait probably another minute, and then we will be ready to go from there. Cecile, how are you this evening? Good to see each and every one of you that are coming on to share with us this evening. and we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. Just wanted to ask this question: do you know that God is good? And so, in just a moment or so, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Hi, Denise. How are you this evening? And we will go from there. And you're quite welcome. We will definitely keep those persons lifted in prayer. Matter of fact, we are going to close out in a word of prayer this evening, and we will, continue from there, and let's see what the Lord does. Good evening, Laverne. All is well. All is well. Thank y'all so much for being so kind to join us on this evening. I'm going to wait because I'm not going to keep you probably about 15 minutes, something like that, and then go from there. Sharon, how are you this evening? Good to see you. Good to see you one and all. Thea, praying that all is well with you and your family. And we'll be ready to roll in just a minute. And we will go from there. There's no sound on Facebook. I believe, hey Angie, I believe that the sound is there. You might want to check to see if there is something in your computer that is muted, because I believe that everyone else is on here, and I believe because people are responding to me as I talk, and so I want to be able to make sure that everyone can hear, and that's important, so we can do that and then go from there. Okay, let me begin with each and every one of you. Again, grateful to God. If you don't mind, you can share for just a second, and then we'll be able to move on from there. I got to thinking about something, and even in the midst of what has taken place politically, which just has everybody just glowing and happy and giddy and just full of enthusiasm and all of the rest of that. I think there's something that has to be recognized and understood very clearly, that okay, good, others they do have sound on Facebook, so you might want to check and see if there's something concerning your computer. Okay. And Antoine, how are you? You can hear. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Thank y'all so much for letting me know that you can hear, and then we will proceed from there. Now, thank you so much, Carletta. Good sound, excellent. Deacon Thomas, good to see you, sir. Good to have you here, and we're going to go from there. I needed the reason, and I know I'm probably sounding not exactly a killjoy, but I'm not going to get caught up in what I got caught up in before. Barbara, it's important for us to see and to recognize something. And I'm going to go through this again. Cora, how are you? You late, girl. You late. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, share. Make sure you share, because I really need to get this out here, because it's kind of in my heart, and it seems to be something that I can't get rid of because it's resonating with me over and over and over and over again, is the fact that the mistake that we made with Barack Obama is we thought we had made it to the promised land. We thought that everything was fine. We thought that all of our issues and our problems would be solved, and we sat back. And for some people, they actually, and this is the honest to goodness truth, just through conversations and observations, there are so many people who actually said, we don't have to do nothing else. We don't have to pray. We don't have to see God's face. We don't have to fast. We don't have to do any of those things that we have been doing before. And the reason we don't have to do it is because we got him in the White House, and he's going to be the one that's going to bring everything to pass. And it was one of the biggest mistakes that as a nation we could have ever done. Yes, we celebrate the fact that he became president. Yes, we celebrate the fact that in our lifetime we had an opportunity to witness an African American male becoming president of these United States. And the truth of the matter is, as many commentators have said, even during the inauguration festivities, that Obama is the man. He is the communicator. He is definitely a Rhodes Scholar. He is overwhelmingly intelligent. But in the midst of that, let us not begin to praise man more than God. Now, this is what got the Proud Boys in trouble, and this is what got evangelicals in trouble, and this is what got, Cecile, there's a whole lot of people who honestly have not paid attention to this. And you know what? I'm excited that Biden is in. I'm glad the other is gone. Somebody even said on Facebook that just the air and the atmosphere is totally different than what it was before. But here's the thing that I believe God is trying to teach us. And in the midst of all of the craziness that's going on, we got one person, I think it was 900 vials of vaccine. No, not 900 vials. 900 shots of vaccine were wasted because it wasn't refrigerated properly. They're trying to put together some things to make sure some things come to pass. In the midst of all of this, and I want you to hear me, anything that is made, orchestrated, and maintained by man is also subjugated to the flaws and the inconsistency of man. Okay? There's only one perfect person, and he is God through the personage of Jesus Christ. And I think this is something that we've got to get, and I hope y'all don't get upset, and I hope I didn't burst your bubble, but I needed us to stay focused, because in the midst of this new opportunity, in the midst of this moment of being able to breathe again and to feel again and to enjoy life again, we cannot, Ethel, find ourselves in a position whereby man is starting to get more praise than God. I listened to all of the false prophets that came through and all of the craziness that happened, that the previous administration was a divine mandate, and different ones were talking about how that there was going to be this miraculous turnaround and all of these things, and the next thing you know, all of them have been proved to be liars because they were following one. And so in the midst of this, there's something that I found that I need to share with you on tonight that keeps us in perspective. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy for the executive orders that are being signed. Yes, I'm happy that Dr. Fauci now has the freedom to be able to talk about the virus and deal with it from a scientific point of view, Lisa. Yes, I am. I am so elated. It's not even funny. But here's the thing that we have to remember, and I found this in Psalm 136, because in Psalm 136, there is something very powerful there. Okay? Yes, we need to pray for them. Yes, we need to keep them lifted before the Lord, because while we are being jubilant and happy, Danita, the enemy is angry. He is resetting. He is recalculating. He is trying to figure out how he can bring all of this stuff to an end that we are so excited about. And so here's something that I found that I think many of us need to grasp if we don't do anything else. Again, as we are fasting, as we are seeking God's face, as we are calling on his name, as we are doing all of those things, there's something that must be at the forefront of our mind. There's something that has to stay there, because that way, Hazel, we can fight the good fight of faith. But you can't fight the good fight of faith and get blindsided because we have taken our eyes off of the objective and what we should actually be doing. This is day 17 of our 40-day fast. This is day 17. We should hear God clearly when it comes down to things. And here's another thing that I think many of us need to grasp and understand. Our realm of sensitivity to the things of God ought to be heightened more now than ever before. And so the enemy should have a much more difficult time in getting through to us because of what we are doing. We are seeking God's face. We want God to do the miraculous. Now, he has shown himself powerful. He has shown himself mighty. He has shown himself to be able to hear the prayers of his people. But in Psalm 136 says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good." I just need to stop there for just a second. My question is he good? Now, I need to qualify this for just a second. I'm not talking about a bill payer. I'm not talking about anything like that. What I'm talking about, Carletta, is I want to know, is God good to you, Minister Sarah? Is God good to you? I need to give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. How is he good? He's my protector. How is he good? He keeps me. He provides for me. My mental status while I'm in isolation, he keeps me from losing it. There are so many things. That God is doing, which is showing his goodness. Okay, for he is good. And why? Because his mercy endures forever. That's something that has to be scintillating in our spirit. That has to be. And guess what? And I'm getting ready to mess y'all up when I said this. When the previous administration was in office, he's still good. Can I tell y'all something? I'm going to let y'all go in a few minutes. Can I tell y'all something? God is good irregardless of the situation you find yourself in. God is good irregardless of the trauma, the trouble, the tribulations, the tumultuous moments that you are in. God is good. Just because everything may not be falling in place exactly the way you want it to does not mean God is not good. Because guess what? I bless the Lord for his mercy. I bless the Lord for his grace. I bless the Lord for all that he does, all that he is doing. And can I go a little bit further with it? I also bless him for that which is yet to be done. Here's the problem. I can't bless him right now toward the things he shall do until I recognize his goodness in where I am right now. When I recognize this is when I understand, okay? And so here's what we got to remember. Oh, give thanks to the God of gods. This is important. Okay, come on now. Somebody needs to help me, Barbara. Somebody needs to help me, Carletta. Minister Sarah. Somebody needs to help me, Jaleesa. Somebody needs to help me, Brittany. Somebody needs to acknowledge the fact that when you look back upon your own proclivities, when you look back upon all of the ups, the downs, the ins, and the outs, God is good. Why? Because he's merciful. Now, you may not think much of it, but he's merciful. With some things that he should have took you out in the middle of, you are yet still here. He's merciful. You got to remember in no uncertain terms that his mercy endures forever. Winnie, his mercy endures forever. Natisha, his mercy endures forever. So even when I'm not right, I've still got mercy. Even when I step in the wrong direction, I still have mercy. So I give thanks to the God of gods. What does that mean? Now you got to catch something. You got to catch something. Many times, unbeknownst to us, we create little gods. Our job can become a little God. Our children can become little gods. Our spouses can become little gods. Why? Because we give to them more than what we give to God. And guess what? You still got to give thanks, because irregardless of anything else that you have made a God out of, he is still the supreme God, and there's not another like him. Do I have 5 people that can recognize quite clearly? Okay, he's the Lord of Lords. Why? Because his mercy is enough to make you shout. Mercy is enough to make you happy. Mercy is enough to make you want to run and dance. Mercy, because the truth of the matter is, every single day that we have lived, we have messed up in that day. And when I talk about messed up, can we go past drinking and sexual activities? Can we go the fact that sin, according to the Bible, is missing the mark? Which means when God calls us to pray and we don't, when God calls us to pick up the phone and call somebody and we don't, when God tells us to do something and we decide, that's right, Carletta, to push it off to another day and it never comes to pass, guess what? He's still merciful. Oh, Faye, oh, I wish I had somebody. He's still merciful. In the midst of missing the mark, in the midst of being disobedient, in the midst of being difficult, in the midst of making it up in our minds that I'm just going to do what I want to do when I feel like doing it, and I'll get around to it when I feel like it. Guess what? He's still merciful. Even in the midst, Sandra, of those moments, in those moments when we intentionally decide that we're not going to do what God has called us to do, he is merciful. Why? Because his mercy endures forever. That's all I wanted to share with you. That's all I wanted to share. I just wanted to give you that little tidbit while we're celebrating the new administration, while we're celebrating the new executive orders, while we're celebrating the fact that the government is going to start operating as it is, when we start to celebrate the fact that it appears that the enemy is going to be brought under subjection. You notice I said the word appears. You got to remember that the enemy is always lurking. The enemy is always in some strategic place that you don't know anything about to try to trip you out. But in the midst of that, he's still good. He's still good. He's still good. And his mercy, I thank God for his mercy. When I got up this morning, I thank God for his mercy. I thank God for his grace. I thank God for his love. I thank God for the fact that many people didn't see another day, that have been better than me, who have done better than me, who have lived better than me, but God has blessed me. Do I have somebody out here that can recognize, yeah, that's right, grateful. I see it coming. I see it coming. I see it coming. There has to be some level of gratefulness. There has to be in your heart that God is so good to you that you are grateful in spite of you. Do I have any in spite of grateful people out here tonight who can thank God that he blessed you when you did not deserve to be blessed, that he kept you when he should have got rid of you, that he provided for you when he should have left you outdoors and let you starve? He yet still has shown his mercy toward you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Matter of fact, God is so good that when you got up this morning, he assigned new mercies to you. I'm done. Last night was just a move of God at an unbelievable magnitude. And in the midst of this, let us not have a moment in our lives when we don't thank him for being good to us. Yeah, I'm grateful for the house. I'm grateful for the cars. I'm grateful for the clothes. I'm grateful that I can go and come as I feel like it. But the fact that his mercy endures forever is enough, Roberta, to make you want to run, dance, and shout. It's enough. See, we got to get past the stuff and things. We got to get past the things that will perish. We got to remember that he gave us another day. Do you know there are people who died in accidents? Do you know there are people who are dying from COVID? Do you understand this? And he has blessed you to see another day. So when you get up in the morning, tell the Lord, Lord, I appreciate you. I'm grateful. Before you lay down tonight, the one thing that I do before I go to sleep is I thank him for taking me through another day. I thank him for protecting me. I thank him for providing for me. I thank him that he still loves me. So I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great Thursday. Y'all have a great weekend. I just wanted to share this little snippet with you to encourage you as we continue to press on. And as Grandmama would say, so that we can see what the end is going to be. Love you one, love you all. May God bless you and may he keep you is our prayer.